Welcome to Anything Cricket. Let's talk. Well, given the news of Roston Chase's elevation to the captaincy of the West Indies team, I dropped by his parents, Radcliffe and Margaret Chase, and had a bit of a chat with them about Roston Chase and their hopes and expectations for him as the new West Indies captain. We also look back at Roston Chase, the young man growing up in a home where his love for cricket was encouraged and supported.
Well, first of all, let me start by congratulating both of you. Yes, Roston Chase is the new captain of the West Indies Test team, but Roston Chase didn't appear on this earth by himself, and he certainly hasn't reached this stage by himself. So, the two people who have been, I believe, most impactful in creating this young man who we're now looking to lead West Indies cricket. Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So, let's say ladies first. How do you feel given the recent announcement, recent news?
I feel really good for me. I feel really good for myself, but for Roston, I'm overwhelmed for him because I know he's a hard worker and a lot of opportunities. You know, he missed out on a lot of opportunities, but I'm happy that he was accepted for this one, and I hope that he can build a good team and that they can go through from strength to strength.
I remember in a recent interview, he mentioned that a conversation with you was instrumental in him, let's say, taking his cricket a little bit more serious or working a little bit harder. He said when he was 18 and he was trying to balance studying and cricket, that you gave him 2 years to be a fixture in the Barbados team, or you would have to do his studying full time. Do you recall that conversation?
Yeah, because to me, he was missing a lot of time from UE, and he wanted to go to cricket. So I tell him, look, make up your mind. If you get approval to do the cricket, well, I will back you 100%. But if you don't get into the cricket, well, then you have to study or you have to work. So in a short time afterwards, he produced this information to me that he was accepted for the cricket and he will move on from there. So he went to head full steam and he never looked back.
Radcliffe, the superhero, I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yes. Your son, he says that you were virtually his superhero.
You said that?
Yes, he did. He said that in an interview elsewhere. The impact that you had by going to all of his matches, discussing cricket with him, showing him where he needs to improve, things of that nature. You have any memory, anything like that?
Well, it goes a long way back, but because yeah, it used to be everything Roston do, you know what I mean? Because at that time, he didn't have a car, and so I am the body with the car. So he had to take him to cricket and back and sit down and wait on him and things. So we always should be early to cricket. And so I would say, yeah, I played a big part, but don't forget Margaret, his body who keep us on the road. She probably didn't should come visit at home, make sure that we get food and clothes, that kind of thing.
You can't play cricket if you're hungry.
You know what I mean? So when they talk about they say something me, do all this, event this, event the next thing, but she's the man behind the thing. When you see the man behind the thing, she's the man behind the thing, really at the back. Because a lot of people didn't see her, but she's steering from the back.
Right.
What I mean? But then I would go and carry him to cricket and pick him up and make sure that, what he can do is done. Things like that. Yeah, so.
Well, you couldn't deny the going to cricket part because I remember seeing you at cricket on many occasions, and you would use the opportunity to share your concerns or to vent or whatever. Because as parents, sometimes it's a hard job watching the ups and downs of your children in any aspect of life, but particularly in sport where so much of what they do and so much of their success is influenced by what others do.
Yeah, not only that too. People see this being captain now, and some people usually only see the sin, but they don't see all the hard here and the times then, because sometimes a player or even me might feel that he had a bad break here, a bad break there, you get vexed and think about it, and all those are things that you want to live with. So it's not only a captain or the pinnacle of whatever it is, maybe, it's a lot of hard hit reaching the stage, because sometimes, you feel like a fella deserves a little luck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so there'll be critics and so forth, and I think no matter who's captain or not, but you gotta live as, my friend Gordon used to say, you have to rise above that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And because there will be critics and all the time, no matter what happens. You win, you lose, you draw. It will be great. So we have to rise above that, put that behind it. You know what I mean? So.
But either one of you could share in terms of what I'm going to ask. This whole leadership thing, I think there are people who recognize that Roston is very knowledgeable in cricket. He thinks through the game quite well. But this leadership aspect, did you see that coming up? As he was coming up as a youngster, did you all identify particular leadership skills in him, or he was just, your typical little boy running around doing the things that little boys do?
No, I think that, like, for instance, like when I go to the bank, well, the supermarket had a bank, and I would go to the bank to transact my business, and Roston would take the list from me, and he would go and he would pick up all the groceries that was written on that list. And when he finished, he would come back and say, Mommy, I done pick up all of the things. I got to get some money now to pay the people. And I would give him, and he would go on and do what he have to do. Sometimes we will pick up him and we won't have his brother, but if he going to get a snack or something, he made sure that he get one for his brother too. And I thought that was a good thing, like the sharing and leadership. Like when he had friends here over to do things, he would like tell them what to do and command their respect and stuff like that. If they get in a hand, he would tell them, no, you can't do that, or you can't say that here, So I thought Roston had a lot of potential. He was quiet, and people thought that he was an introvert, but I always knew that, like he would be special. He would be special.
Okay, so you always have that sense of responsibility, right, Dave?
Yeah, I think so. He always had like a firm mindset on things. Like he don't like hard candy, and he do not eat like toffees and so those soft things and he, like people say like, they don't like. I still give me one, not eat. If you don't eat it, you don't eat it, and he's not eating it. So he always had a firm grip on the things that he wanted and that he liked, and things like that. So I always think he always used to be positive in his outlook in things like that. People always misinterpret Roston like lackadaisical attitude that they see. But I seem to think that is because some things come to Roston so easy. He like if you're trained. Yeah. The average fella go and try and beat and lick down and things. Roston don't do the things that Roston good at. Roston don't really go. So he look like if he don't be trained, but he be really, because one day I really tell you, so to Roston, you look like if you just did. Roston said, Daddy, he's be trying real hard. I said, but the people don't look so. He said he'd be trying. I remember one day we went walking. She was walking with me. At the time I carried me to walk, and his legs long and I'm tall. But Roston was walking, he was ahead of me. Right. And I was trying to catch him back, and he really could not catch him back for running by, so he didn't want to walk, because we're walking. Right? And then Roston glanced back and said, that, you doing? You trying to catch me? And then he really couldn't catch him, you know what I mean? But he didn't look like if he was traveling, he didn't look like if he was really making the effort, but he still couldn't catch him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So things like that a lot of people don't know about Roston and stuff like, and he's often misjudging things, so that does happen. He just deal with it. But there's a lot of people something would be wrong. Right? You cannot tell them so positive. I the father, so you always pick a free, you know. So, but that is that.
You're his dad, you're his mom, and that will always be the case, no matter how old he gets.
Yeah.
So, what would you say to him now that he's taken on a really tremendous job? And I don't know if the average person tends to see it that way, but this is a job that gives you more publicity than virtually any prime minister in the region.
I told Roston that I want him to do his job with dignity and pride and carry himself with poise. You know what I'm saying? Respect his players and be fair to them. Don't argue with them, no anything like that. And people who watching and understand cricket would know that even if you lost or was beaten or anything like that, that at least you had a certain amount of I don't know if it's a good word, a certain amount of poise that you carry your function with. You know what I'm saying? And you did you was creditable. You know, and represent me, your parents, your friends and family in a proper manner.
What would be your motherly advice?
Well, I told him that this is a hard task, you know, everybody can be, world gonna be watching you. So I said, but you need to pray. If you don't pray, well, you have to pray even harder now. And you have to stay humble. Also treat your team with respect. If you respect them, they will respect you. So, and keep focused. This is what you cut out to do. This is what people expect you to do. Just go and try your very best.
And what would either of you say to the cricket public in the Caribbean?
Well, I would say it's a hard task. You are on the outside looking in. And to just give the children a chance, give them a chance. You're not going to win everything.
Interesting you said children.
Yeah, give the children a chance.
I guess
they're kind of young.
Yes,
they're young.
Yes,
I think Russell may be the oldest person on the team.
Yes.
So give them a chance and let them grow, because you're on the outside looking in. Half of them don't know because they ain't got cricket children. I have a cricketing son, so I know how this thing just confused me. It's confused me. It's hurt me. I feel my child pain, but you can't go up there and tell the people that. But just give the children a chance, give them a chance to grow, to experience whatever it is that they're going to experience on the field. So just give them a chance, they just want a chance.
I say rally around the West Indies. They're the only team we have. You get upset with them, whether he's captain or not, sometimes you lose and we all upset. We promise you ain't watching them more, but then you still find yourself getting up at all kind of hours to support the boys, because they are our boys. You only have one set of boys, whether boys, or players, whether he's captain or not. So whatever team we put out there, rally around the fellas.
Thanks to Radcliffe and Margaret for entertaining me at short notice. Thanks to you for watching yet another episode of Anything Cricket. That's all.